opening day, Grant. Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the small forward.
And no one whips off the screen like Moran. Just so difficult to stay with him.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Grizzlies ball.
Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
It's frustrating to lose such a close game. Felt like that last meeting was decided on the glass.
Picked by Williamson. And there's the lob. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Grizzlies on the run from deep. Moran. Misi grabs the board.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Picked by Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
And there's that athleticism we talk about with Zion. What a dunk.
Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Morant drawing the double team. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. It's 2-on-1. Here's Misi. Here's McCollum. They kick it out to Murray. Williamson up top. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And Murray with the lay-in.
If guys are getting points inside, that's a bad sign for the defense, so you don't want to allow too much penetration, especially from DeJounte.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Here he goes. McCollum outside. They set the screen. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. You know, Brent, C.J. McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
C.J. has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that C.J., after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Williamson, no good.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
And what concentration from Bane. Hit, and he still makes it.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a one-of-one. His teammate C.J. McCollum told him, your ceiling is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen, but it's up to you to take full advantage of whatever it is. You can be as good as you want to be. This game will go where you take it. Brian?
You know, Allie, at his best, he is unstoppable. Here's Morant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morant's got 5 points.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
Murray passes to Williamson. There's a screen. Out to the wing. They need this. And he dunks it down.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Memphis leading by 3. Now here's Morant. 5 points in the game. And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Williamson, left side. Counted from distance. 5 points in the game.
Here's Zion 3. When it goes in, you just take it. It's like found money in the couch.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. They set a pick. Here's McCollum. The 3. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Kicks it out to Bain. Here's Edey. 14 points for him last game against Golden State.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Team foul.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's New Orleans up 3. And back in a moment as well. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Pelicans.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
I mean, if I was out there, I'd probably test anyone but Jackson Jr.
Here's Williamson.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. And he's going for the lob. Oh, the
thing Zion's learning to do is just set better screens. It's so effective for the offense.
Morant against Murray. Morant, no good. New Orleans leading by 7. And here's McCollum. 6 points for him. Pass to Williamson. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. For 3, McCollum. Great D that time from Bane. Grizzlies trail by 7. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
3-pointer. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Misi's got 5 rebounds tonight. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second.
The assist.
Memphis has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Jackson driving to the basket, and the dunk by Jackson.
And the big man coming through. Once Jackson Jr. gets some speed behind him, get out of the way.
Murray against Morant. Misi. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Was that distracting to you?
Not really, BA. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, it sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
Fantastic finish inside by Morant.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
The offensive rebound. Over to the left wing. Second shot opportunity. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Murray.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Chris.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority.
Oh, a highlight jam by Zion. Wow.
And how much strength is on display right there. From Zion Williamson.
Zion Williamson seems intent on silencing all the doubters moving forward, Greg.
Yeah, BA, he's not taking any more questions about conditioning. His physicality and play really answered that question now. He has been looking better than ever.
From deep, Morant. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Pass to Williamson. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. And New Orleans will go for a different look here. 46 seconds left in the second period. Shot's good by McCollum.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
There's Jackson with the 3. Jones grabs the board. The Pelicans lead by 9. Now McCollum off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And here are the Pelicans now. McCollum, the pass to Alvarado. Down low. And that one's good. Olynyk's got his first 2 points of the night.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
The shot's good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Alvarado. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Since we got a little time on our hands here, you guys got any big plans for tonight?
Not me. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm pretty worn out.
Yeah, you've been burning those midnight oils, man. You've been hitting the clubs or something?
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the New Orleans Pelicans.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet.
And that's a wrap on.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You look at Zion Williamson, what a contribution.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at him.
Filling out the wings, it's McCollum and Jones. Then it's Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. Then there's Jose Alvarado. That's the Pelicans 5. Jones' shot is good.
Love the assertive attitude from Jones, wanting to continue to improve in his jump shooting.
Pass to Pippen. There's a screen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Pippen's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step, Grant.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, B.A. You got Morant, Vane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
Get there.
Kennard with it. He's picked up by Jones. Stevens, the pass to Pippen. Picked by Aldama from downtown. Pippen, no good. New Orleans leading by 9. Here's Alvarado. Out to McCollum. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by McCollum.
Memphis ball.
And here we have the 2K leaderboard with last year's best three-point shooters. You look at Kennard, never leave him open. Second in the association from deep.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year, and the numbers and his position on this list clearly reflect that.
Alvarado, pass to McCollum. Pulls it, and Alvarado gets it to go. Alvarado's got his first 2 points.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
And he comes up with a bucket. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Alvarado, chalk up 2 there.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Trey Murphy.
I don't think anyone expected to see his production drop off the way it has over the last few games. But I have to credit the defenses he's been facing. They've done their homework, and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
Boston's checked in for the Pelicans. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. PA?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Pippen. Alvarado defending. Pippen, pass to Aldama. Here's Pippen. Pass to Stevens. 4 on the clock. Here's the 3. And again, it's Memphis missing.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Jones' shot is good.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Poke loose. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Huff. It's tipped. Jones feels it out. Here's Boston. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Stevens. No good. Unable to win this run.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Boston with the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Stevens, defended by Jones. Fires the three. Gets the three ball to go. Pippen's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Boston, the pass to Jones. Pass to Boston. Here's Robinson Earl. The shot won't fall. Excellent D there from Aldama. Grizzlies trail by 15. Kennard for three. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
And you love that. That's one of the strengths of Luke Kennard's game.
Alvarado, the pass to Jones. No good on the triple. And he drives in. Pass to Huff. Lets the three fly. He's off on that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Pelicans on top, up by 12. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
It doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammates.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for the Grizzlies, we've got Luke Kennard, and it's Pippen in at the point guard position. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently, they have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Here's Morant, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pelicans.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And New Orleans making a change here. Payton's checked in.
Number 22, Alfred Payton.
Pass to Jones. Olynyk with a screen on Jackson. Jones drives in. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. The Pelicans making a switch here. Shot from the inbound. And that's 2 points on the layup.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
That's tipped. And that one is hammered home.
Really developing into one of the better shooters in the league. Murphy can dish it as well.
Morant against Murray. And it's Morant missing.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Jackson outside. Here's Edey. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
And it's Morant missing.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play. He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Picked by Williamson. Outside Jones. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Here's Misi. And he throws it down with one hand.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation. Here's Jackson. Again, the Grizzlies. Good for 2 more.
And guys, I'd keep it simple. Keep running plays for Triple J. He's been awesome tonight.
And that one's good. Williamson.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And he makes it.
And Zion really lighting it up in this one.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the 4th quarter. Morant. And he makes it on the layup.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Outside Jones.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Pelicans.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Zion Williamson.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Brent, one area where Zion Williamson continues to improve is as a passer.
Well, B.A., he's cut down his turnovers while more than doubling his rate of assists. And to me, that's just familiarity, getting on the court more consistently and not being injured. I mean, he's going to build and compound on that experience. So starting to make plays is starting to show for Zion.
And New Orleans making a change here. McCollum's checked in. There's Jackson with the 3. Misi grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
First personal foul.
That free throw no good.
Team foul. At the line for the Grizzlies, Webb.
He hits the second from the line.
And trying to cut into this deficit, tough to leave any points on the table.
The drive by Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Big slam by Murphy. His teammates encourage him to be aggressive, to make plays like that.
And here are the Grizzlies. Here's Payne. Gets to the corner and hits it.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
No good on the free throw.
At the line for 2. The shot.
Good on the second one. Morant with it. And so it's the Pelicans taking care of business in this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight. And the crowd. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent.
Craig, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Levine is out there with Ellis, and it's DeRozan in at the 3, the small forward.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Levine against Williamson. Williamson with the block.
Such a powerful denial. Zion wanted that shot completely erased.
Misi's shot is good.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now, here's Sabonis. 11 points last game. And defensively stand, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
Williamson against Murray. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
He's such a strong player. When you hit Zion, you're usually going to take the worst of it.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw tonight. Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Shoots the 3. DeRozan with the rebound. For Sacramento, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside, Sabonis. And Trey Murphy gets the whistle that time.
Trey Murphy, the third.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Ellis in the post. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
With the tip, great positioning on the putback.
Look at Murphy using his reach to grab the offensive rebound and make the most of the second chance look.
Levine gets the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Williamson. Here's Misi. And Sabonis pulls it down. There's a screen by Murray. Levine kicks to Sabonis. And the shot falls short this time.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And Williamson gets it to go.
Well, that's a good feed from Murray. He was all about doing what's best for the team.
Levine passes to Murray. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach Willie Green.
We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle him on the 6-8. See how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And here's Sabonis. Following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Sabonis gets the bucket.
Getting inside, Sabonis finishes strong. You can see how comfortable he is shooting at that range.
There's a screen. Williamson outside. And the 3 off target.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Murray outside. Ellis outside. Just 5 on the clock. That's in there. Murray with the assist. 6 points for Ellis.
Oh, great pass from Murray. I like whenever he looks to get his guys involved.
Here's Murray. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Levine kicks to Ellis. From downtown, Messi grabs the rebound. Messi's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside for Murray. New Orleans moving the ball around. Pass to Messi. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Levine with it. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. We'll get right back to the action. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And for Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Sabonis in at the 5 slot. And the jam by Levine.
Well, even with the injury issues, Levine remains a great athlete.
They set the pick. Levine against Murray. The shot's good.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. It's up a 3. Count that one, and the Kings lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Murray.
Well, you know, one thing that makes Murray a great player, he can score with or without the ball.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on DeRozan.
Well, McCollum has a way of causing trouble in there. Very crafty.
A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time he checked the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in his range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Bean passes to Ellis. Shot to stop the run. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Well, that's a tough basket, but DeRozan is as good as it gets playing through contact.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. Pass to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Big slam by the big man, Olynyk. You know his teammates have to be loving that.
The Kings trail by 3. Kick out to Levine. Murray scanning the floor. Back to DeRozan. Goes back up. Ellis outside. Sabonis' screen on McCollum. Outside, Sabonis. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, you got to think Coach will show this one as an example of what not to do. You got to take care of the ball.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Out to DeRozan. Sacramento again missing.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Arabia's checked in, and it's Doug McDermott in for Keegan Murray.
Well, when Levine looks to pass, it makes him so much more valuable.
Here's Alvarado, following the basket by Doug McDermott. That one goes in. Alvarado's got the lead up to 8 now for New Orleans.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Puts it up. Ellis can't get it to go. New Orleans has gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. On the basket by Jones.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And it's LaRavia missing. Pelicans leading by 10. And it's McCollum off the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McCollum's got 11 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight. He has been the driving force for New Orleans. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Bench mob. They've been on one, giving those starters a breather, and it's providing instant offense.
And now here's something that is more than enough of.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quick. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
The guard set is Alvarado and McCollum. Then it's Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the center, rocking down the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Pelicans fourth.
Well, their approach to shooting was phenomenal. They didn't force many threes, and when they got a good look, they drilled it.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for New Orleans. Fultz, he's checked in for the Kings. Here's McCollum. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, no question McCollum is in the zone right now. Just letting the offense flow through him.
To the middle, here's Fultz. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Fultz has got his first 2 points of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Ellis. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Now here's McDermott, covered by Williamson. McDermott can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Williamson on the follow. Williamson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's LaRavia. Zion Williamson making his last shot.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. New Orleans making a switch here. Reeves is checked in.
Substitution on the
Not
court.
quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside for Murray. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
A moment to check out Zion Williamson. Great showing for him last season. And amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And as you said, one of the more efficient scorers in the league last season. He showed great shot selection, terrific efficiency. And more often than not, he got it in there. And great, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD-Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
That's just great ball control from DeRozan on his way to the basket.
2 minutes.
Murray kicks to Hawkins.
2 minutes.
Murray against Levine, and it's Murray penetrating. There's the triple. A shot by Messi, no good. The Kings trail by 20. Bounce pass from Sabonis. Here's Murray. The teardrop falls in. Murray's got 5 points so far.
And look at the inside presence already for Murray. It'll be fun to watch this young man grow.
The Kings have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Ellis outside. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. DeRozan's shot is off. Pelicans leading by 18. Williamson with it. Sabonis defending. Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. He's got 14.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Levine. Rejected by Murray.
Well, that's the long arms of Murray. A huge asset defensively, as we saw right there.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Sabonis. Zion Williamson making his last shot.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Misi's shot is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Levine. And then jammed down as he goes right over Zion Williamson.
Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
On the wing, Ellis. He's covered by Hawkins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
For Sacramento, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And Ellis drops them both. Sabonis with the steal. Sacramento again missing. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break.
Third personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Jones. DeRozan with the rebound. DeRozan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's New Orleans closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. We've got Lyles, Carter out there with Malik Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's LaRavia in at the 3. Here's Carter, following the score by New Orleans. Here's Monk, pass to LaRavia. Bangs home the trifecta. LaRavia's got his first 3 points of the game. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to Jones. It's hauled in by the Kings. And here's Carter. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Lyles gives to Valanciunas. There's the steal. Jones with it. Now guarded by Monk.
Yeah, for still being fairly new to the league, you gotta love the vision Jones brings.
The Kings trail by 19. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Pelicans. Jose Alvarado comes in for Jones. Here's Olynyk. A second chance effort. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now a veteran in this league, Olynyk has carved out a nice role for himself thanks to his hustle and versatile skill set.
New Orleans making some changes here. Williamson comes in for Jeremiah Robinson Earl. And McCollum subbed in for Murray. Here's LaRavia. Carter looking around. Pass to Lyles. 4 on the clock. Olynyk with the steal. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
That one drops for him. And the Pelicans lead by 21.
Well, he can really bully you in there. Olynyk is a tough assignment close to the basket.
Up top, Monk. Olynyk is covering. Pass to LaRavia. Buries it from three-point range. LaRavia's got 6 here in this quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Oh, that's blocked. There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter. He's looking for Lyles and finds him. No good that time. Pelicans leading by 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear win, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for New Orleans.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeJounte Murray.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now, here's Lyons. The three from McCollum. The three-pointer is right on target.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Driving in, capitalizes off the crossover.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Now here is Carter. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Substitution for your Pelicans.
11 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Right wing. Can they get it? And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend. opening day. What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
Let's check out Sacramento's starting lineup. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position.
There's just no hesitation from three for Bane. He is trigger happy out there at all times.
Sinks it from distance.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
Outside Morant. Up top Bane. Pass to Jackson. No good on the three. And LaVine has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. Their last encounter in Sacramento.
And last time out, they seized the advantage with their defensive pressure. They did a great job of just forcing a lot of turnovers.
This defensive game plan is easy, keeping it the same, making them change things.
Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
Now here's Sabonis. We saw him with 11 points in his last game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
DeRozan right side. And out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Now here's LaVine. His last outing, he had 20. To the middle. Sabonis, left side. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
You see the strength and the poise of Sabonis. He loves going in, taking contact, and finishing over defenders. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Picked by Murray. Here's DeRozan. The rebound by Jackson.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Out of bounds. Sacramento will have it. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Yeah, the Grizzlies head coach and I were able to chat. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to plug up any passing lanes they see because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Morant. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. And the dunk by Jackson.
You're taking a little bit of a risk when you get that fancy, but Jackson, he's got the bounce to pull it off.
Richard, every team wants three-point shooters and rim protection. Jaren Jackson Jr. gives you both.
Oh, he is the prototypical big man. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He's led the league in blocks on multiple occasions, and he can stretch the floor and shoot threes.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Memphis shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Second team foul.
And he drops the first.
At the line for two. Well.
Both good from the line that time. And the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
A strong inside scorer. Once LaVine feels like he's got room to shoot, he does not hesitate.
Morant looking around.
Tough call for his coach. Second foul already. We'll see how much the staff trusts him.
1:44 left to play in the first. Here's Jackson. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Jackson. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
The experience of DeRozan a step ahead of the shooter.
And here's Sabonis outside. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Grizzlies lead by 4. Outside Morant. Pass to Edey. Jackson outside. Knocks it down from distance. Jackson's got 7. The Kings have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Sabonis outside. Jack's up at 3. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Morant finds Jackson. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. He's got 9.
Coming out hot. 4 out of 5. This could be a big game for him.
And it's DeRozan missing.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Here's Ellis. No points yet. Murray, a screen on Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
It's been all about Jaren Jackson for Memphis. Between the scoring and rebounding. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Jackson. Over Murray. The rebound by Murray.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
You know, when it comes to Keegan Murray, it's his all-around presence that helps this team, Richard.
Yeah, he's a very talented glue guy. He doesn't make a ton of splash plays, but he is steady and consistent, and coaches love players like that.
Now here's Morant. Coming off a 22-point game against the Golden State Warriors. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Wells has got 7.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with John. He's always looking to move that ball.
Here's DeRozan. 9-point game. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Morant on his way. And then Morant with the dunk.
That first step of Ja, he's one of the few guys that's not only quick, but fast. And this man is lightning fast.
Wells misses. Kings trail by 11. Sabonis looking over the floor. Goes up on the wing. Cleared away by Wells. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Murray from outside. Sacramento again missing. Grizzlies lead by 13. Here's Jackson. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Sabonis finds DeRozan. And here's Murray. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Now here's Jackson. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. When you think about the fearlessness of Ja Morant and how he attacks, even as a smaller player. RJ, you got any comparisons?
I would say AI, but AI was more of a two-guard, even though he was a couple inches shorter. But definitely similarities of how they attack the paint with fearlessness.
Lyles, he's checked in for Sacramento. Shot to stop the run. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Payne, no good. Kings trail by 17. Right side Murray. Pass to Ellis. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Payne. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Payne. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Ja Morant.
He's been on a tear offensively these past few months, and you know how much they love the extra points he provides. He's been shouldering a bigger load recently, and I think he's just getting started. They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Okay, Ja turning it loose. Someone throw that man some water.
LaVine against Payne. There's the 3. LaVine can't hit. Grizzlies lead by 16. Call will be against Jaren Jackson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to LaVine. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Explosion to the rim. Bang, not backing down.
Kings trail by 18. Here's Sabonis. Blocked!
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Morant missing. Sacramento has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Murray inside. It's not going to go for him. Here's Jackson. And that's not going to go. And so it's Memphis feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Back to the game after this break.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Memphis Grizzlies.
They love to run.
Thanks for tuning in.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Taking a look at the Kings, we've got Trey Lyles, also Murray out there, Zach LaVine out there with Domantas Sabonis, and it's Ellis in at the 1 spot. Now here's Kennard. Sends it home from 3-point land. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Well, Grant, the Kings, one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
And so it's Memphis with it. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Here's Pippen. To the paint. Oh, they pick off the pass. In transition. Here's Levine. Oh, Zach Levine. Big time dunk.
He's just a ridiculous athlete. Like, for me, I enjoy watching Zach Levine use that athleticism to the fullest.
To the left wing. Aldama outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Pippen. Off target from three-point range. Kings trail by 15. And here's Sabonis outside. He shot that time, not on target.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Stevens. No made baskets yet. That one's good for 2.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Sabonis outside. Knocks down the triple. Sabonis has got 5 now.
Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half. Coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
Here's Stevens. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Kings trail by 14. Picked by Sabonis. Lyles the drive. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball. And it's the 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. The Grizzlies 4th.
It was an intimidating brand of defense they played. They sent the message that if you were going to get your points in the paint, you were going to have to work for them.
Pass to Aldama. The 3 is up. Drains the triple. Aldama's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Now Sabonis. Levine feeling it out a bit. Picked by Sabonis. Off target from outside. Memphis leading by 17. Kennard passes to Aldama. 1:57 left in the third quarter. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Charity stripe shot. And another miss by Sacramento.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Nice shot by Stevens.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
The ball's knocked loose. A minute 20 left to play in the third. Pippen pass to Kennard. And he banks in the layup. Kennard's got 8.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Sacramento has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Sacramento again missing.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And it's out of bounds to Sacramento.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
A line change here for Memphis. Here's Levine for 3. He drops it from range. Levine's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Kings have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Sabonis, high post. It's a one-on-one situation from deep. Bain. Rebound by the Kings.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate. I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And so it's Memphis up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Jackson against Murray. And the shot falls short that time.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Bane finds Morant. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Graham?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
Levine against Bane. Levine passes to DeRozan. Lets it go from the wing. Shot by Levine, no good. Memphis has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Bane with it, and Sabonis picks him up defensively. Morant against DeRozan. Morant, no good. Here's Ellis. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is lurking, more than just capable of sending it back.
On defense, the Grizzlies. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Here's Levine for three. The rebound by Jackson. The Grizzlies shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
DeRozan with the bucket.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Jackson finds Morant. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Second personal foul.
RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
Oh, B.A., he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism, quickness, it is so impressive and hard to guard.
Levine, nice jump shot from the top of the key.
An elite scorer, Levine is terrific at understanding when to pull up, just like that.
The drive by Morant, and then Morant with the dunk.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Here's Levine for three. And play stops as it looks like an over-the-back call here. More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, B.A. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Tough move by Morant, taking the shot and absorbing the foul.
Well, RJ, there have been so many great rivalries over the years. It's part of what makes the NBA special.
It elevates the league when there are great teams always meeting on the biggest stage. It makes everyone pay attention when the best players are matched up against each other.
Back to Sabonis. Ja Morant grabs a miss. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Levine passes to Sabonis, and it's in there.
Oh, man, with how skilled Sabonis is, you can't forget that this dude is giant. He's 6'11", 240. It is tough to knock him off his shot.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Murray, no good.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
That's good from Jackson on the assist from Bane.
inside Jackson is so effective. His natural abilities give him the edge over the defense.
Here's Levine, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Kings.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Grizzlies.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And so with this win, they'll end this season series dead even at 2 wins apiece.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ja Morant.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
On offense, here are the Kings. Ellis passes to Sabonis. Inside. Ellis' shot is off. Pass to Jackson. Here's Wells, defended by DeRozan. Morant against Levine. Wells, the pass to Bane. 5 to shoot. No good from outside. Murray from outside. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. The 3 from Bane. No good. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Rick.
Grizzlies going up against the... Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for him.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that. That end of the floor.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, we've got Murray, Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's McCollum, and it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the net for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Williamson is screen on Bane. Fires from the wing, and the shot goes in. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Williamson from long range. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Bane against McCollum. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
There's a screen. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound. And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
McCollum against Jackson. Pass to Wells. And he finishes nicely on the way.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Will it go? And it's Murray with the jam.
What a finish by DeJounte Murray. Wow.
And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Morant kicks to Wells. Off target from three-point range. For New Orleans, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Hands it from downtown.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother, Powell, play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now Wells. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Murray electric that time, playing above the rim.
There's 42 seconds left in the first. Here's Morant. Messi grabs the rebound.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Here's Morant. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Williamson outside. Deep 2 from Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Murray's got 6.
And wasting no time, DeJounte Murray off the catch.
Now here's Morant for 3. Sinks the triple.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Stolen by Jackson. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. Ethan. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Memphis.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Stolen by Jackson. Bane with it. Now defended by McCollum. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
I love how assertive Bane is in transition. Outstanding at running to the right spot in those situations.
And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Olenek.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Down low. Jackson passes to Wells. From outside the arc. Here's Edey. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Murray, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Beyond the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. And a wide open look for Bane. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
A good look from McCollum. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Bane inside the 3-point line. Here's Edey. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Second chance shot. Lets it go with a 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now here's Morant for 3. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Here's McCollum. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot up 3-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Morant outside. And then Morant grabs it in.
This is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
Murray with it. Now defended by Bane. A minute 42 left to play here in the half. Just 4 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. And Bane pulls it down. Baines got his 5th rebound in this one. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Baines seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And Brent, the Pelicans swept in the first round last year by the Thunder, and that Zion injury was very unfortunate and very untimely.
Oh, man, that was crushing. Williamson had 40 points in that play-in game, playing his best basketball, and then hurt very late in that contest. They really missed him, obviously, against OKC, and just bad luck for New Orleans last year.
And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Now, here's Morant for 3. He scores a 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Ja's capability to fill it up, and he is showing it here tonight.
It's blocked. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
35 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Alvarado. Guarded by Morant. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for New Orleans, Jose Alvarado, taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Alvarado. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's Morant for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Round the pass to Alvarado. By Olynyk. Here he goes. Alvarado finds Olynyk. And no good that time. Payne for 3. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be right back after this.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, you really...
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's 5. Jones and Williamson in at the forward positions. On out there with Jose Alvarado. And it's Misi in at the 5. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Pelicans are putting the ball in Zion Williamson's hands. He said, I'm just playing chess within the game, seeing how the defense is guarding me. I'm going to pick my spots. My teammates trust me to make the right decision, but they also trust me to be me, and that time is right. Kevin, I'll let you be you.
And I love when you are you, David. Thank you so much. For 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 11. And finished off by Brown.
That's a nice addition to Zion's game. The passing ability makes him more of a complete player.
Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's been an eventful run for Zion Williamson, right, Brent, to say the least, since going first overall in the 2019 draft.
And man, Kevin, you just are hoping for the simplest of things, and that is health. Because when Zion is healthy, so is this team in ways that other teams fear because of how dominant he can be. This is a special talent. We just want to see more and more of it.
Here's Kennard. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court. Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Shot is good, and the Memphis leads get down to 9 in the bucket from Williamson.
And some pinball action out there as defenders just bouncing off of Williamson on that play.
Pippen kicks to Kennard. Back to Pippen. Pass to Steffens. And another miss by Memphis. Pelicans trail by 9. Now Alvarado. Outside, Jones. And slammed in by Jones.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. They've led by as many as 11 points. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Williamson with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Misi's shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Steffens. Pippen with a wide open look. And he's good on the 3-ball.
No way he's going to pass that shot. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Inside. Misi's shot is good. Misi's got his second basket of the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pippen outside. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
1:11 left in the third. Kennard, the pass to Aldama. Then for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Pass to Jones. They set the pick. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Pippen finds Aldama. It's rebounded by New Orleans. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Up top, Hawkins. Kennard covering. Cullen passes to Hawkins. Jones with the screen on Kennard. Pass to Jones. Aldama with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
In perimeter scoring, I have to.
Did they just do that, Kevin?
They just did. Yeah, a big time 3 to cut it.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, Let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Pass to Edey. Back to Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Pelicans trail by 7. Murray dishes to McCollum. Jones sets the pick for McCollum. Back to Murray. To the middle. Here's Jones. Back to Murray. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Jones, no one around him. The three-pointer, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Pass to Edey. Morant against McCollum. Here's Edey. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Olynyk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. On the basket by Jones.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside, Bane. Back to Morant. Right wing. Wells kicks to Bane. Jackson passes to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Unloads from 9. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
Here's Jones. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Wells passes to Morant. Jackson from long range. Pelicans with the rebound. Offside Jones. McCollum looking it over. With the drive.
Two minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Here's Olynyk. Over Edey. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Memphis leading by 8. Here's Morant. And then Morant rams it in.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
Bangs home the trifecta.
He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
Knocked away and stolen by Murray. On the wing, Jones. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Olynyk getting a huge bucket right there. That was big.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Leading by 5. To the right side. Back to Jackson. Pass to Wells. Payne for 3. That one doesn't drop.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Back to McCollum. New Orleans moving the ball around. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Olynyk kicks to McCollum. Olynyk inside. Jackson on him.
Now, so many points have come at the hands of Kelly Olynyk, using that pump fake to his advantage.
He drops the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Zion Williamson's checked in for the Pelicans. And he is unable to get the second one.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Checking in for the Pelicans. The Grizzlies on offense. They've held a 12-point lead early. Morant with a wide-open look. Misses the three.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue. He can't give up looks like that all game long.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Jackson against Williamson. Jackson passes to Wells. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. At the elbow, Murray, and timeout called by Willie Green. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. We've got Williamson, Murray out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
And every year, Williamson seems to take another leap as a distributor. Great pass on that one.
Murray against Levine. Murray, good.
Hit him with the spin cycle. Everyone out there is a little dizzy by that move by Murray.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes, so I wanted to know what his plans were for going up against C.J. McCollum. Coach said outsmarting him isn't really an option. He added, I think we'll just try to throw size at him so his shots aren't coming easy and his sight lines are disruptive. So he's looking to challenge McCollum as much as possible. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far a perfect 3 of 3 to start the game.
And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Now here's Murray. That one, no good. Good D by Williamson. Pass to Messi. Now Williamson. Misses in close.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Sabonis, and slam dunk by Sabonis.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish.
And the basket by McCollum.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Right side, DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And people forget that DeMar DeRozan has competed in multiple dunk contests. This man has elite balance.
And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Murray, good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Williamson. Murray outside. Driving the lane, and it's Murray with the jam.
Outstanding work in the pick and roll. Murray is just keeping things simple in these sets.
Ellis surveying the D. Sabonis sets the pick for Ellis. The kick out to Sabonis. Off target with his 3. Pelicans leading by 4. Here's McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. McCollum's got 6.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Out left to the wing. Back to McCollum. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Williamson in the post. Murray on him. He on the clock. McCollum, no good. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Mavericks. The kick out to Sabonis. Sacramento moving it around. Murray finds Sabonis. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. The drive by Williamson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And we're not used to seeing a big man like Williamson move like this. Puts defenders in a bind.
And the Kings making a change here. Valanciunas has checked in, and that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:05 left to play here in the first. Here's DeRozan. Got a hand on it. Williamson with it. Picked up by Ellis. A Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
And let's check out some stats for McCollum. Last year, getting it done. Around 20 points per game last season. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
He's just a natural scorer and someone this offense leans on to help shoulder the load and lead the charge.
Williamson with the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
For 3, Murray hits it from three-point range. Murray's got 5 points so far.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
Launches it, sinks the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Valanciunas, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pelicans?
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's Valanciunas into the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Got a piece of it. The 3 from McCollum. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Valanciunas with a screen on Murray. Levine's shot is off.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Fires from way outside. Offensive rebound. Murray way outside. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. McCollum passes to Murray. And here is Olynyk. Pass to Williamson. Olynyk sets a screen for Williamson. Back to Olynyk. Just 5 to shoot. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate.
Oh, look at that play right there!
Okay, that's how it's done.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by New Orleans.
Murray outside. Takes a 3. McCollum, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Ellis kicks to Murray. Lets the 3 fly. Connects from three-point range. Murray's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Zach LaVine. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 19 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Got that one up quick. McCollum's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And it's LaRavia missing. Pelicans leading by 14. Pass to Robinson Earl. Off target from outside. The Kings have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Valanciunas inside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
And you know, one look at Murray's game, and you can tell he's been well coached over the course of his career. His awareness, his work ethic, this guy is just always bringing it.
The Kings trail by 16. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. It's hauled in by DeJounte Murray. Here's Alvarado. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Jones, the pass to LaRavia. Ellis, wide open. Trains the three-pointer. Ellis has got 5.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
1:02 left in the first half of the game. Murray, no good. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the Kings. 15-point game. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Bruce Brown checked in for New Orleans. Hawkins comes in for DeJounte Murray. Jones with the screen on Hawkins. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Hawkins against Ellis. Tries the spin move. To the wing right side. And Jones slams it in.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And the basket by Alvarado. Here's Levine. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Back right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court. And yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the CJ McCollum show. What a half he's played.
He's feeling it. Exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to...
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule. And that'll do it for
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's 5. They've got Bruce Brown. Hawkins is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then it's Herbert Jones. And it's Misi in at the center position. Hey, RJ, what about Keegan Murray? He made the immediate impact in the NBA as a rookie, setting a record for three-point shots made, and he has continued to build up.
A bit of a surprise as the 4th overall pick in the 2020 draft. Murray was the right fit. Big part of Sacramento ending that 17-year playoff drought. An elite scorer, Levine is terrific at understanding when to pull up just like that.
Here's Brown. Count it. Brown's got his first bucket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And finished off by Brown.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
and start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Now, here's Sabonis. Tight defense on him. Murray for three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Nisi's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Spins. At the elbow, Jones. Pass to Hawkins. Going inside. Makes it off the glass. Hawkins has got his first bucket in this one.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Jones with it. Picked up by Ellis.
Nice defense there from Sabonis, getting his timing just right to come up with the block.
Second shot opportunity. Hawkins shot good. Hawkins has got 4 points this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Pass to Murray to stop the run. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Now here's Jones. He's covered by Murray. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Levine against Brown. Levine dishes to Murray. For the three. Levine can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Puts up a deep three. Sabonis kicks to Murray. And there's a whistle that goes on Herbert Jones. That's his first foul. So for the Pelicans, Reeves is checked in, and McCollum subbed in for Brown. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
This is his first free throw of the game. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Pelicans shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Murray's checked in for New Orleans. 1:44 left in the third quarter. Murray looking around. They grab their own miss. DeMar DeRozan on the wing from downtown. Again, the miss by the Kings. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Hawkins. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his third assist on the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Ellis. Launches a three. Sabonis kicks to Ellis. Sabonis' screen on McCollum. Kept alive. In the corner, Murray with it. There's the triple. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
An occasional over the back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, I always saw that as an effort foul. If it happens once, coaches usually let it slide. You just don't want to make it a habit.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Carter comes in for Levine, and it's Malik Monk in for Ellis. And the Pelicans also making a change. Trey Murphy's checked in for Hawkins. Here's Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And 11 points for DeJounte Murray.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And the Pelicans making a change here. New Orleans has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Sabonis with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Murray, the pass to McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
McCollum.
Murray's got his 4th assist in this one. And stolen by Murray. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Sacramento ball.
DeRozan for 3. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. New Orleans on top, opening up a huge... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Monk is out there with Carter, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Carter for 3. Good on the triple. Carter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc because everyone has a three-point shot.
And Williamson gets it to go.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Murray sets a screen for Monk. Oh, good with the triple. New Orleans has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. And it's McCollum off the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. First team
That's on Keegan Murray.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
And it's Williamson missing. Sacramento's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Up top, Monk. Murray, a screen on Murray. And the 3 ball is good.
Confident stroke from Monk outside the arc.
Carter against Murray. That's him. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Murray, no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And here's McCollum for 3. Sacramento's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Monk for 3. Pelicans pull it in. To the inside. And the basket by McCollum. 20 points for C.J. McCollum.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Pass to Murray. Back to McCollum. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Assist from.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Carter with the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Carter's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Kings.
2 minutes remaining in the
inside.
Game. 2 minutes.
Williamson dishes to Murray. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Kings have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the 3rd. Pretty cold down the stretch. Murray with it. Now defended by Williamson. Out to DeRozan. Pass to Monk. Over McCollum. Good D by McCollum. New Orleans gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Whoa! How about that slam? Whoa!
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Out to Carter. Clock at 6. Pass to Murray. Tries again, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray.
A load to deal with inside. The strength of Murray makes him a tough cover.
The Pelicans making a switch here, and that trip coming up empty, missing both. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Murray for three. A shot, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And it's the Kings with the ball, looking to end his cold spell. Rebound by Murray.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Here's Sabonis. From deep three-point land. And that one is off. Here's Messi. No good. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess...
in this new NBA season.
And we've been waiting all summer, BA, to kick this thing off. So much excitement, so much hope, so much possibility. I'm sure both of these teams are going to come out with a lot of jitters and nervous energy, but we're going to settle in, and we're going to see the highest level of play right in front of us. It's time for the NBA to get it started.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Wells in at small forward.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And it's the Kings with the ball. After the basket by Memphis on the other end. Levine can't hit.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Wells. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Jackson with the dime. The guy is just so skilled.
Up top, Sabonis. We saw him with 11 points in his last game.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, we settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Now here's Murray. Outside for Levine. Just 4 to shoot. Off target with the 3. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I caught up with the head coach of the Kings for a moment. He said Ja Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Now here's DeRozan. The D's right on him. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, AP beats
out of the way.
Wow.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here. Yeah, and that was a big-time flush. I love whenever Murray takes flight like this.
Outside Morant. Shoots over Levine. Here's Bane. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. And here's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Murray. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. Murray's gotten his second bucket.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Morant surveying the floor. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Here's Sabonis. Good.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
To the paint. Jackson with room to fire. It's rebounded by Levine.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Goes up at the stripe. The rebound by Jackson.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Bane, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Ellis. And too long on the shot.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Outside Morant. They set the pick, the shot. And another miss by Memphis. Here's Ellis. No points yet. On the wing, DeRozan. And Murray launches it from deep. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that does it for the first quarter. The Kings on top, up by 4. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you think about the Kings here, guys?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine, then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Ellis in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. The open shot, Morant, and he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Murray, a screen on Morant. LaVine attacking, and the dunk by LaVine.
Oh, man, what a show this guy puts on. Once LaVine has momentum behind him, he's clear for takeoff.
That one falls. Morant's gotten 4 this quarter.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
Pass to Wells. Outside Bane. The 3. Hits a three-pointer.
Bane picking up the phone with no hesitation. What an answer.
LaVine passes to Sabonis. Back to LaVine. Kicks it to DeRozan. Stolen. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Murray. Driving in. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, my goodness. Keegan Murray.
Here's Edey. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's LaVine. Tight defense on him. And the layup falls. LaVine's got 12 points in the game.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Sacramento leading by 4. Right side Murray. Sabonis outside. Kicks it to DeRozan. Memphis with a rebound.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Wells misses. The Kings have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Kicks it to DeRozan. DeRozan, dribble drive, laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 6-point Sacramento lead. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, B.A., if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of a championship caliber team.
DeRozan for 3. Kept alive. They kick it out to Murray. Back to Sabonis. Outside Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Bane with it. Picked up by DeRozan. There's the triple. And Bane with the 3. Bane's got 6 here in the quarter.
Anytime he can, Bane is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Sabonis. Grizzlies trail by 3. Outside Morant. Pass to Edey. Good, and the setup by Morant. Edey's got his second basket on the night. And it's Levine with the ball for the Kings. Sabonis with a screen on Morant. Levine springs free for the block.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
Here's Bane. Drives to the hoop. Soft touch off the glass. Bane's got 8.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. In close. Levine puts it up and in.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
They set the pick. And here's Morant outside. Edey. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Zach LaVine, he's been the guy making things happen for the Kings. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Welcome to halftime. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright,
and let's take a look at this first half of play for the Kings. Not a lot of separation here at the midway point.
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
On the court for the Grizzlies, we've got Santi Aldama, and it's Huff in its center, filling out the middle. Here's Pippen. He's checked by Carter. Pippen, pass to Stevens. No good with the triple.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to LaRavia. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Second half getting started, about a minute played. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's LaRavia. Here's Lyles, guarded by Aldama. 4 on the clock. 13 feet out. And it's Lyles missing.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
Here's Pippen. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul. First team.
Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. Memphis, 4th.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
90 seconds into the second half now. On the attack, Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And again, Memphis no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Kennard against Monk. From the arc. Rebounded by Pippen. Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Kennard. And he converts the layup.
Good job by Kennard. He makes the read, and that's an impressive play just to get to the inside.
Aldama with a double team. Pass to Carter. Monk against Kennard. Back to Carter. Launches a three. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
Grizzlies ball.
All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Ja Morant.
And he's been on a roll during these last few months, getting better in terms of scoring the ball and proving to be a key part of this team as we move farther along in the season.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Shooting for Memphis.
And the technical free throw is good.
And Kennard really knows his role, not just with this team, but in the league. It's to help space the floor with this long-range shooting and contribute on the offensive end.
Pippen, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Carter can't get it to go. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Pass to Pippen. Picked by Aldama. For the lead. Rebounded by Lyles.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Lyles a screen. Here's LaRavia. To the left side wing. Let's go with a three. Outside Monk. Pass to LaRavia. Carter on the wing. Here's LaRavia. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's Pippen. Stolen by Carter. Here's Lyles. He's scoreless. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And Valanciunas just needs a little bit of airspace. He's so big, easy for him to get to the rim.
Here's the three. And again, it's Memphis missing.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Really left him alone that time. And now a 7-point Sacramento lead.
Off a nice pass, Monk delivers.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pippen lets it go from the wing. The offensive rebound from downtown. Nails it from three. Stevens has got his first 3 points of the game. The Kings lead by 4. Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Lyles. Three-pointer. And the Kings with another three.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from this.
And so it's Sacramento closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Outside for LaVine. And there's the drive. Oh, and the jam by LaVine.
Well, he's got the bounce and the handles. LaVine putting the skates on him.
Pass to Edey. Outside Bain. Here's Wells. Outside Bain. Jackson with a screen on LaVine. Edey for three.
Unselfishness from Bain. Very willing to give the ball up.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, you win that turnover battle.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Ellis. And And another basket for Sacramento. Grizzlies trail by 9. Pass to Morant. Morant fights through contact inside.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
Here's Ellis, guarded by Bane. Now here's DeRozan. He's guarded closely.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Morant. Morant flashes his vertical there.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
Shot is good by Levine. Levine's got 7 now in this quarter.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
And here's Morant outside. Morant missing again.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Murray looking around. Sabonis in the post, guarded by Bane. Ellis passes to Sabonis. And stolen by Jackson. Out to the right wing. Morant with it. He's picked up by Levine. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. The Kings lead by 8.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, ripped away. Fires the 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Morant against Levine. Pass to Murray. Sabonis left side. And Sabonis slams it in.
Yeah, Sabonis just taking that hit and finding a way to finish.
Defensive.
The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, BA. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
A minute 15 left in the fourth. Offensive rebound. DeRozan down low. Out to Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Edey. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Well, that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Here's Levine. Yes, great play by DeRozan to set him up. And the Kings lead by 11.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Ellis, good.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
Right side Murray. Outside Levine. Clock at 6. Ellis, good. Levine with a steal. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had